What's up everyone, it's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army to do a review of the Chogokin DX GE-51S VB-6 Koenig Monster. I got this back in 2010. It was about, I don't know, 15,000 yen, which equates to, at that time, about 200 something dollars. You know, with the way yen is these days, it would probably be around 130 bucks, maybe 125. But I finally am going to get around to reviewing this. And no, this is not a review of a girl's toy. This is actually the Koenig Monster, and the reason it's got a lot of feminine things going on, glitter and stuff like that, and you know, little girls here and everything, is because this is a special version, which hence the SP down here, which has Sheryl Nome marking. She's like a singer in the series. I'm sure you guys already know that if you're fans and watching this. But for those of you that are not up to date on what Macross stuff contains, pretty much like me, I just like the robots. Yeah, she's a singer, and there's special markings on this robot, which we'll see in just a moment. So let's go ahead and take off this sleeve here, which has all the glitter. My wife just loves all that glitter stuff. So does my daughter. And we're left here with this manly sort of looking box, if it wasn't for this rainbow autograph right there. This main box has the Koenig Monster itself, which you see is just a awesome looking kind of military style robot vehicle thing. If we take a look at the back of the box, it shows the 3 different modes. That's right, it's got 3 different modes. It's got the Shuttle mode, Gerwalk mode, and Destroid mode. And the rest of the box just shows off some of the gimmicks here. You got the rear nozzles, we got the dozer blade, we have the nose art, and what's called a motion gimmick, which is really only telling us that there's a movable machine gun turret thing on the bottom. And if we look at the next box, we get girly again here with Sheryl Nome. Alright, this is a special edition set here, which comes with a few things which I'll get into towards the end of the video. But I know there's a lot of fans of Sheryl Nome that would love this stuff. I just didn't have a choice. This was the only one available, so this is the one I bought. But it's got a few things, including what we want here is the stand, because the stand is actually really cool, which we'll actually check out right now because it does have something that I need here for the rest of the review, which is the stand. Alright, so the stand here, I'm going to take it out, is a nice clear blue. It's got some action kind of little lines going on. A couple of little pieces of detailing down here. It looks like broken ice. So not too bad. Let's put that to the side. Now this is what you're paying extra for, about 3,000 yen more. We get this baggie here. Let's take a look at it. It comes with the instruction booklet, which is full color. Wow, look at that. Some beautiful photography of the actual set. So very, very high quality there. We also got some stickers here for the actual vehicle itself. Almost look like water transfer, but they are die cut, so you can put them on. Will not be using these. We also have more stickers here. Alright, this just pretty much gives you an idea of how those stickers would go on, just in case you were wondering. And then here, supposedly it's like a contract between Sheryl Nome and the SMS. You can see her little rainbow autograph there. Leave it here so you guys can pause it to read it. And move up just a little bit there for you guys to pause and read the rest. Oh, and the credit card here, which it's taped on there. I'm not even going to take it out, but it's made out of regular plastic. It's a Vega card, which is accepted nowhere, at least not till 2055. And yeah, her name's embossed right there, which is a really nice touch. Alright, so that's it. That's what you get for the extra money. We're going to move on to the good stuff. Alright, so here is the inner tray of the robot box. It has styrofoam, and it also has this cardboard flap here. When you open it, ooh, let's take a look at that. Here is the actual shuttle. You get some stand pieces off to the sides, and that's it. The shuttle here is actually pretty self-contained with all the weapons, which is awesome. So let's pull this out. And by the way, this is the first time I'm going to hold this in my hands since 2010. You can see a little styrofoam piece even flew out. Because I was always afraid, or intimidated I should say, to even review this guy, but I think it's about time. Because I've just been seeing things lately about it, and it's really just given me the motivation to pull this out and review it. Alright, so we're going to want to use the stand here, put these two pieces together this way, and just pop it right into those slots there. If I didn't mention it already, this guy is heavy. He's got two little holes here which are going to go right on that spot. So let's go ahead and put that on. Actually, we'll do this first before we put them on there. Alright. Now, even though it's on a stand, it almost seems like he's too much for the stand. Look at that. I mean, just a slight touch of the stand, this thing's wobbling. That's how heavy it is. But at least this gives us a chance to look at the details. It's got some beautiful tampo printing here. And it can only really be appreciated if we get real close there. Other little details include these little fins that can be adjusted, mostly for transformation. Another cool little detail is the wingtips here. Just listen to this. But this is the real cool part back here. Right back here on these thrusters, these little flaps can be moved up, which I think is a really neat touch. You can see a little booster detail going on right in there. This thing looks vicious from any angle, especially with that mouth there, the little shark tooth from the older warplanes. It's even got beautiful nose cone detail, little cockpit area, these little guns here in the front. You might look at this and think there's very little paint detail, but when you get up close, you'll notice it's got little gray markings, little light brown here, and also some reddish details down here. You also may have noticed the lack of landing gear, because this thing doesn't need it. When it lands in Gerwalk mode. Speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so here he is in Gerwalk. I gotta say this, no wonder it's called a monster. I just gotta say it's one of the most satisfying transformations I've done in a long time. A lot of clicky parts, the tabs just feel good taking them off, tabbing them in. Really, really excellent engineering, I think. But the articulation in the arms is especially entertaining because there's just so many ratchets everywhere. I mean, this thing is very, very clicky. Even though you're not going to articulate the knees often here, it does also have the ratchets here. And the heavy comes from these die-cast bits right here. You're going to see a lot of die-cast metal right here in the joints. You also see them right here in these little swing arms. There's probably a lot more hidden in there, probably right here in the arms because it's heavy, guys. I apologize for having the cannons drooping, but they're supposed to be up like that. There's actually a little tab back here so they stay suspended this way. But look at this. It's like heavily armed. You don't want to mess with this guy. It's got huge cannons up here, shoots out of his arms. And again, it's very well deserving of the monster name. Just do a little bit of comparison here. Here is a high metal Valkyrie and a masterpiece Bumblebee. Now the stand can also be used while in this mode, but honestly he doesn't need it. He's got big wide feet and he's very, very stable. Really does pay to examine this up close. That way you can really appreciate the work that went into this and just the way it looks, all those hinges and screws and ratcheting joints. How about some of that cannon detail right up here? I was just gonna, comment, not necessarily complain about this little tab here that sticks out. Just looks a little weird, but you can actually push it right in, give it a nice cleaner look. Alright, so now we've drooled over this enough. What I'm going to do is get it into Destroid mode. Alright, and here we got this huge motherfucker. This guy is insanely tall. Even up to the head right here, not even counting the cannons, he's pretty tall. Let's just keep going. Boop, there's the top. And I think this is surely in need of a scale comparison so you guys can get an idea of the size of this thing. Start off with the high metal Valkyrie here so you can see that the monster is actually like twice as tall. Maybe even more. And then poor old Bumblebee here crapping his pants in front of this gigantic robot. And of course MP10, because MP10 gets scaled with everything. But here he is next to Monster. As you can see, he's almost head to head with the Monster, but there's something, I don't know, the mass or something that just makes this thing just seem a lot bigger than it is. And it's not to say it's small. It definitely is not small, as you saw, but it's just a lot of stuff going on. Definitely going to take up a lot of space in a display case. I guess the only other thing we could do is check out articulation. We got the head here that swivels back and forth. It also does move up and down. We have the shoulders here, which ratchet this way. Also ratchet right there. A couple of more ratchet points down here and a swivel. Neat little touch here is the fingers. It does have an articulated thumb. It just does this. That's pretty much it. And then these two little fingers are independent of each other, but they don't unfold here at the knuckle. And a swivel right here, which also ratchets. Not much going on in the hips, aside from it going out this way and back. Also with ratchets, mostly due to the transformation, but it works into the hips there. And we do have knees right here, which are nice and ratcheted. If we move down to the feet, the toes pretty much just do this. And that's pretty much it. And that's going to bring us to a close on this review, guys. This guy is a little bit difficult, if not very expensive to get. Hopefully they'll do a reissue. They had already done a reissue, but hopefully they'll do one again for you guys that missed out on this, because this is a great piece, especially if you love transforming toys. It just feels really good to transform. But if you want one, good luck. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Please check out bbts.com for awesome stuff. That link is in the description. Until next time, bye-bye.